Hello children, I am Vaishali madam. Today we are going to begin with our new lesson number 13, sharing our feelings. So now let us understand it. I am Seema, I am studying in 3rd standard. So there is a girl Seema who is studying in 3rd standard like you all. After returning home from school, there are two people with whom I like to share all my news. They enjoy listening to my tales. When she comes back from the school, she loves to share her feelings, her day, her story of the day with two people who listen to her very carefully and they enjoy listening to her tales. Now next paragraph says the first person is my Nani. So the Nani is one of the two people who love to listen to her, and she is always anxious to listen to me. What is anxious? Yes, very curious to listen what she wants to say. She waits for me to return from school. She is quite old and often has back pains. Because she's Nani, she's grandmother, right? So she has back pain and she, but then she keeps on waiting for Seema to come back from the school and tell her the exciting things. She cannot see or hear well. Every day in the morning, Papa reads the newspaper aloud to her. As Nani is old, she cannot read. So her papa, Seema's papa, reads the newspaper aloud so that she can hear it. Okay. She does the rest of her work herself. If someone tries to help her, she gets very upset. So rest of the work she manages on her own, and she doesn't like somebody helping her. She gets upset. Though she can't see properly, she is very fond of cutting vegetables. She says these days children do not know how to cut vegetables properly. It seems that she is very expert and she is very fond of cutting the vegetables. Then coming to the next paragraph. Second person is my Ravi Bhaiya. He lives with us. I call him Ravi Bhaiya and he calls my parents Bhaiya and Bhabhi. I do not know what our relationship is, but he is very loving. Now there is a Bhaiya who stays at her place. His name is Ravi and she calls him Ravi Bhaiya, and he is very loving by nature. He is always ready to answer my questions. See, you all know, like your age children keep on asking questions. So Ravi is the one who keeps on answering her questions. He never says, I will tell you later. So he is very quick and very prompt to answer to her questions. Ravi Bhaiya teaches in a college. So he's a teacher in a college. The students of the college respect him a lot. Ravi Bhaiya is very fond of listening to music and taking parts in the plays. So he loves to perform music and he takes part in the plays. He enjoys chatting with his friends and going out with them. So he loves to talk with his friends for a long time and he also goes out with them. He has a good sense of humor and makes all of us laugh. What is sense of humor? Sense of humor is the ability of a person to enjoy the situation, to find fun in it, to be witty about. Okay. So now moving further. Think and tell. Who all are there in the family? Tell some speciality about everyone. So till now we have looked at there is Seema, there is her Nani, there is her father and Ravi Bhaiya, and of course a mother must be there, right? So there are the 5 members in her family, and you will have to think about what are their specialties. So again read this passage so you'll get to know. Then moving further, let's talk about Seema's brother. Coming to page number 91. Bhaiya carries a white stick when he goes out. Looking at him moving around the house, no one can say that he cannot see. So Ravi Bhaiya is unable to see and he carries a white stick wherever he goes. He likes to do all his work by himself. If someone tries to help him against his wish, he gets angry. He doesn't like somebody helping him against his wish and he gets very upset. Whenever he needs any help, he asks for it. So whenever he would need help, he would ask for it. Some of Bhaiya's students take books from him and return him after recording them on tapes. Ravi Bhaiya listens to these tapes. Bhaiya has many other books too. The pages of these books are thick and have rows of raised points, that is dots, Means that the books are written in Braille script, the script that is used by the blind people, right? We have already learned about it in our lesson number 7, saying without speaking. Let us just recap what is Braille script. So the people who have the disability with vision, who cannot see, okay, they use the Braille script. This is a Braille script. See the dots that are embossed, so they feel it with the touch and then they try to read it. Okay, so there are all the books and everything is available. There are all study materials available in the Braille script. Okay, see now children, let us understand how the Braille feels like. Okay, like I am taking a pen and when we pierce it like this, right? See, I am making a straight line, then I make a L like this. Okay, L, then let us say E. So I am just trying to show you how it will feel. So now when we turn the page, you will realize that it is embossed. Okay, so when you will roll your finger, you will feel. So when you you'll close your eyes, you can still understand that there is something. So the children who are blind and they read it in this Braille script. Okay. Now moving further, to have fun with Bhaiya, I sometimes change the place of his stick. He does get upset but never gets angry. After all, I am his favorite sister Seema. So Seema sometimes plays mischief as we do with our Bhaiya, okay? I had hardly reached the door that Bhaiya spoke up. Seema, you seem to be very happy today. So without her saying, Bhaiya knows that Seema is very happy and very excited. Bhaiya recognizes not only me but all the other family members by the sounds we make as we move. Without listening to her voice, Bhaiya would make up who is it, okay? He doesn't only recognize who is the person, but he also understands what are your feelings, whether you are happy, you are upset, you are sad, okay? Bhaiya, finally I am in the football team. I shared my news with him. He patted me and said lovingly, from today you are my football coach. So Bhaiya was very excited when he came to know that Seema is selected for the football team. Now think and write. Seema's father reads the newspaper aloud to her nanny. How do you help old people? So if there are old people in your house and who would need help, do you help them, and how are the ways that you help them? What kind of problems do people have in their old age? So you will have to recognize the problems, like old people sometimes cannot walk on their own, right? They need our support. They cannot climb the stairs easily, right? They cannot walk fast. They cannot see things properly, right? They have vision problem. They have walking problem, right? Then they have body aches. Sometimes they have headaches. Sometimes they cannot sleep, right? So there are many different problems. You can identify the problems that you see at your place with your grandparents and you may write it over here. Then moving further, then coming to the next page, page number 92. How does Ravi Bhaiya come to know so many things without seeing? So how does a person who is unable to see but recognizes, understands so many things without looking at it? So they have a very strong other senses where their vision is not working. They can hear very sharply, right? So with the hearing sense they can understand, okay? Then the next is, have you ever needed a stick and when? Have you ever needed a stick if somebody has a minor accident with the leg who are unable to walk? That may be the reason you would have needed a stick. Then can you think when you may need a stick? Yes, there are many times, like if somebody breaks his leg, he is unable to walk, he gets a fracture, they would need a stick to walk. How do we help those people who cannot see? So at times we come across some people, there are family members, there are friends who are unable to see, who don't have a clear vision. So what are the helps that we can do? Yes, we can help them with holding their hands, taking their places, right? Helping to give them their own things, right? Basically, see, if they are in their own house, if they are in their routine, they would hardly need a help, because they are used to it and they are very smart and they get their things on their own. But if we find somebody who is on the road, who is unable to walk, who is unable to recognize the path, then we can always go and help, right? Then recollect and tell. Is there any member in your family who cannot see, speak or hear? Do you know any such person? How do other people help them in their work? So there are few questions that have been asked, so you will try to answer it. Do you actually have a family member who has any sort of disability, like who cannot speak, who cannot hear? Do you know any such person? And how do other people help them? What are their contributions? What are their roles to help them? You read in the story that Ravi Bhaiya cannot see, but he does all his work on his own. He studies from a different kind of books. To understand how he is able to do this, close your eyes and play this game. So now we have already learned through the story that Ravi Bhaiya is a person who cannot see, but he is a teacher in the college, and then he also reads so many books and which are in the Braille scripts. Okay. So now here they are asking us to play a game. Blindfold. Blindfold any one child in the group. One by one, the other children come to him or her quietly. The child who is blindfolded has to guess who is the other child by touching him or her. Take care not to make any sound. So here the game of blindfold, that is Andhali Khiskoli, that we play. We also know this kind of game that they played in the first lesson, Plant Fairy, right? Do you remember? So they'll just put a ribbon on the eyes, and then you'll have to go and catch a child and recognize just by touching without any sound who is that. In the same way, one by one, blindfold all the other children. Each one has to try and guess by touching who is the other child. Okay. So this is a game that you will be playing in a small group. If you have a group of your friends near your house, you can do this game and enjoy, right? Then discuss and tell how many children could recognize the others by touching, how many children could recognize the other children by only hearing them, and which was easier of both, with touching or with hearing. Then think and tell how many teeth are there in your mouth. So as you start to get the milk teeth after you are born, there are almost 28 teeth, and once you grow up, you will have a pair of 32 teeth. Which student in the class have the maximum number of teeth? So that you will have to find out once you are back to school. How many things can you recognize only by touching? There are many things that we can recognize by touching. Yes. So you will try and close your eyes and keep the things and then try to recognize, and if you guess correct, then you will mention the number of things that you can recognize just by touching. Which people can identify from the sounds that they make as they move? There are many people who move in different way, and we can understand just by hearing to the footsteps. Okay, so you will have to make a list of the people whom you can identify by their move. Just by smelling, can you guess if someone is close to you? So if you have a strong sense of smelling, you would be able to recognize by the smell if somebody is there or not. Close your eyes and listen. What sounds can you hear? So in our vicinity there are many different sounds that are there, right? See, just now I am sitting in the classroom, I can hear somebody is making some furniture, right? So I can hear that hammering. So there are many sounds. If you will concentrate, you will be able to hear the tick tick of the clock, the fan sound, right? Many different small sounds. Sometimes the birds are chirping, right? Somewhere the water is leaking by tuck 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 tuck, a small drop, right? Many sounds are there. You will have to identify in your own vicinity. Close your eyes and do this activity. That is for 5 minutes. There is a special way of reading and writing for the people who cannot see. It is called Braille, that we have already discussed. It is written on a thick paper by making the rows of the raised points, that is the dots, with a pointed tool. Braille is read by running the fingers on the raised dot. See, because the people who cannot see, they have a very strong sense of touching. So with the touching, they can understand what is written, and they have a practice like as you learn ABCD in Braille also there is a separate ABCD that I have already shown you in this video. So once they learn the ABCD, then they read the whole book accordingly. Okay, let's do. Whether it is easy or difficult to recognize a shape without seeing it. Take a sheet of sandpaper. Make a shape on it by pressing the piece of thick wool or a thick thread on it. Ask your friend to close his or her eyes and identify the shape by running their finger on the sheet. Ask your friend as was it easy or difficult. So you will have to make a sheet with the shape using the wool or a thick thread, and then ask your friend to recognize the shape and also ask whether it was easy or tough. Then moving further, also ask your friend to make the shape on the sandpaper in the similar way, and now you identify it by feeling with your fingers. So the same activity you will repeat, your friend will do it and you will try it. Now take a thick piece of paper, make an outline on the paper with the help of a compass or a needle. Then make dots at a short distance on the outline drawing. You can see that the paper is raised on the other side. Now ask your friend to close the eyes and feel with the fingers and tell what you have outlined. Isn't it difficult? Think about how people able to read who cannot see. So you'll just have to think how the people who cannot see, how are they able to read. So that we have already talked like how the Braille script helps them to read. Now let us learn more about the Braille. You have seen that Ravi Bhaiya reads special type of books. How were these books made? Who first thought of these books? Let us find out about it. Now we are going to learn more about the Braille script. How are they made and who first made it? We communicate either by action or by symbol instead of speaking. Saying without speaking, that is dumb charades. Arrange this activity in the class. We have already learned what is dumb charades. We have played it in lesson number 7, so we know that. Now moving further, Louis Braille belonged to France. One day when he was 3 years old, he was playing with his father's tools. Suddenly a pointed tool hurt his eyes. He lost his eyesight. So here they are saying the story about Louis Braille, who introduced this Braille script. He was playing with his father's tools and accidentally he hurt his eyes and he lost his vision. He had keen interest in studies. He was very much interested in studies. Though he was not able to see, he did not give up. So now he was unable to see, but he never lost hope. He kept thinking of different ways to read and write. Finally, he found out a way reading by touching and feeling. This way of reading later came to be known as the Braille script. So Louis Braille is the one who found out this Braille script because of his curiosity in studies. Okay, and which is the script is named on his name, that is the Braille script. In this type of the script, a row of raised dots are made on a thick paper. Because these dots are raised, they can be read by running the fingers on them. The script is based on 6 points. The Braille script has undergone many changes these days. This has made the reading and the writing simpler. Braille can now also be written using the computer. So now there is again modernization in this, and the computers are used to write this Braille script. Okay, so here we are done with the lesson. The written exercise I'm going to send you. Okay, thank you children. I hope you have understood the lesson. Bye children.